Hi, my name's Joshua Meltzer. I'm really excited to finally share with you my new sample library, Serendipity. A couple years ago, I came up with the idea. I was exploring new ways of embracing randomness and unpredictability in my music, different tools of instant inspiration, ways to jolt us out of our normal process and routines, and deterring us from reaching into our regular bag of tricks like we all can do. I had the idea to record a wide array of instruments, everything from music boxes to Tibetan bowl to Fender Rhodes, upright piano, guitar harmonics, just a whole slew of stuff. And the idea would be every time you hit the key on a keyboard, a different instrument would play. So you never really knew what was coming around the corner, which hopefully would add some excitement to the composing process. So a couple years later and 15 iterations of the original concept, and here we are. We also have a folder of pads, which I'm really in love with, and spent a ridiculous amount of time obsessing over. Um, so yeah, I really wanted them to have a lot of life to them and feel like performances. They're long, evolving textures, and all from organic sources. So really can't wait for you to check those out as well. I'm going to get to the walkthrough in a second, but how about I show you some sounds? All right, when opening up the instruments folder, I would start with the instrument 1 That's the first one I did, and I think it's a good starting point for you too, just to get the full effect. It's a very diverse palette of instruments, and also gives you a good example of the randomness. And there she is in all her glory. I think it's a good time to thank Hunter Rogerson for his beautiful interface design. I love the lo-fi pulsing animation in the background, and yeah, it's just lovely. You knocked it out of the park, man. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, so let's see. Every Serendipity instrument opens with a preset that I created. Here is the preset drop down menu. You'll notice at the top is random, and everyone will have the random at the top. And I think that's a good place for us to start, just so you can get the full idea. And like I mentioned, every time you hit a key, a different instrument will play. Yeah, so you get the idea. You play it all together. It's so much fun to play. And as much as I love the randomness, I thought it was really important and would be really useful to be able to control the randomness. And that's where the developer Owen Bolig came in and brilliantly did exactly that. And he did it by way of a grid system and a drop down menu. So you can add up to 8 rows. And you can just X them out as well, obviously. And you have pan control for each row, which is very cool to be able to create some different spatial combinations and possibilities. Opening up a drop down menu here, you'll see all the instruments that are inside. The one that you have opened up will have a little arrow next to it, and also you'll see the numbers next to the other instruments in relation to where they're coming down in order of each row, which is also very useful. Over here we have some pads, and a drop down menu for those as well. A lot of very cool pads in here. Those are different than the ones that are in the pads folder, I might add. There's a low pass and high pass filter down here, but we kept it really basic. So over here in the performance mode area, it's set to manual now, which means for every note you hit, this white box moves just one space for each note. If you hit a chord, however, it will skip how many notes are in that chord. If you wanted to just skip one, you put it in chord mode, and you can play a chord and it's only going to move one, which is helpful when you're trying to create a specific pattern and wanting notes to land in a certain place or time. There's also an arpeggiator. You'll notice now the knobs are whited out. You engage the arpeggiator and they fill in. And it's pretty basic. It's the usual suspects of the arpeggiator are here. You have speed, steps. You can skip up a few octaves. So it's a lot of fun creating cool patterns with that as well. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep it really simple for you so you can just get started immediately with ideas. I'm going to show you the pads interface, and then I'll show you some pad sounds. Here's the pads interface. Super simple, as you can see, just a high pass and low pass filter and ADSR. When you start messing with the ADSR and you want to get back to the way it sounded when you first open up the instrument, just hit default and it goes right back. And that's it. Kept it super, super easy. All right, let me show you some of these sounds. think that's it for now. I hope you enjoy playing this thing as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I'm going to be making some more videos soon, so keep an eye out, and please reach out on social media, whether it's my own personal pages or my company pages, Audio Bloom. And I look forward to hearing all the awesome ways that you're going to use this instrument. Totally looking forward to that. And until then, be well.